Well, hello there, fantasy football lovers. It is World Cup fantasy football time, and it is time for my team selection. I've had a little fiddle, and I've not done any transfers as yet. Gonna have a look and see what the team news is shortly for the Netherlands game. Got Netherlands at 3 o'clock up against Qatar, so I'm just waiting to see what that is at 2 p.m. And then I may make a transfer depending on that. So let's just go through, have a quick look at my match day 2. I'm currently ranked at 137k on 121 points. I'll just show you how my week went last week. So I did all right at the back. I chose Costa over Rocher. They were playing against each other, so that was a bit of a pick, and happily went for Costa, who had a bit of a blinder. Great save towards the end of the game as well. So very happy to keep him in my team. I think as a goalkeeper, not the type of player to be rested, even though Portugal are through. So yeah, I'll be keeping him in my team moving forward this week. I have decided, by the way, I was originally going to play the Wildcard in match day 3 and try and use that budget hack where you transfer players in and out, ready for your team next week and able to bring in extra players. However, due to lots and lots of glitches in this system, I've decided not to do that. And my match and my wildcard, actually, I'm going to play in the quarterfinals, is it? The game after the round of 16. Quarterfinals, yes, 8 teams left. In the quarterfinals. So effectively, I will use the wild card hack that everybody has been using in match day 2 and have obviously I'll have a brand new team, as everybody will, for the round of 16. I'll then use my wild card for the quarterfinals, so I'll have a brand new team right at the very beginning of that match day, and then basically going into the semi-finals, I'll be able to do at the end of the quarterfinal week. Unlimited transfers again, so again a full brand new team. So that's my plan moving forward with the wild card. While we're talking about the wild card, a lot of people have used it last week, and there has been some mixed success with it, which I'm still trying to get to the bottom of. If we look and see, I did a poll this morning just for an hour or so, which is this one here. Did the wildcard hack work for everyone? I had 31 votes, so not the biggest sort of like poll out there, but yes, new team for match day 3, 64% of the people who voted, yes, but they had some points deducted, which I've got a message about that as well, which I'll share with you in a moment. And I'm trying to figure out why. That's the thing I'm trying to get to the bottom of. So if you're watching this and you have used the wild card in match day 3, put a brand new team in match day 2, and done the hack, as in you've done your new team at the beginning of the week, and then a brand new team going into match day 3 during the last game yesterday, then let me know, did you get any points deducted? And if so, do you know why? My theory at the moment, and I'm yet to have this confirmed because I haven't done it myself, is that possibly, is it captain points? If you're transferring out a captain during that game week, are you losing those double points? Maybe that's my possible theory at this moment in time, because I'm seeing people who have transferred players out, but then they've maybe kept Messi in, who was their captain, or Mbappe, and it's not affected them. So yeah, that is my theory at this moment in time. I have questioned, if I just go onto my YouTube channel here now and show you some comments around the wildcard that I've received, particularly one of my people who watched the previous video saying that they had points deducted. Where are we? Twist Sparky. This one here, Twisted Sparky. Right, read more. So, wild hard cat warning. Subbing out players that have played ahead of match day 3. I have 36 points in this match day. And this was halfway through the match day week, or game week, whatever you want to call it. But now they've only got 27 points registered. So they transferred out 3 players ahead of match day 3. And he was wondering if they've been penalised for the subs, as in 3 points per sub. He did have 104 points, but now it says he has 95. I have messaged Twisty Sparky, and maybe he'll reply during this video. You can see, did you get your points back? He's just wondering. So that may come live. If you're watching Twisted Sparky, do get back to me. If anybody else is watching who's had points deducted, then please do share, because yeah, it can help everybody else, I think. What else did I get on my... Other people having problems with substitution. The biggest one, somebody really upset, was the fact that there's no prize available for this. If you win it, there's no prizes, which is annoying. But yeah, lots and lots of comments, so I really appreciate that, and hopefully you guys are using those comments to help you with getting your team ready as well, and making those decisions, because let's be honest, the game's a bit of a farce. Right, let's go back to the game. So I'll go through my initial thoughts for this team. Obviously, this next Netherlands team lineup, which we've got probably coming in just over 20 minutes or so, will possibly change that. But looking at my team, am I on match day? No, that's match day 2. Let's go to match day 3 and just talk about who I'm going to be keeping. So this is my team at the moment. I've arranged the bench as if this was my team going into the game week and I had no transfers. But what I'm thinking of is I'm thinking of replacing Cancelo up against Korea, because Portugal are through. He may well get a rest. And team players that are in teams that are through, generally, I'm not going to be playing. There are 1 or 2 exceptions to that rule. For example, I'm keeping Costa, although I will have Rocher on my bench first, because in my team first, because he plays in this match day before Costa, and obviously I can substitute those 2 if need be. But Costa's done really well and could well be my keeper throughout the tournament, as long as Portugal are in it, especially after that performance yesterday. Distribution really good as well. Could see him getting an assist or something at some point, hopefully, as this game goes on. So that's the goalkeeper. Cancelo, I am looking to bring in Jordi Alba. Spain still need to get a result, and he's been fantastic. And it's a like-for-like swap, both £6 million defenders, and I think that gives me some real sort of strength. It is a decision I need to make. When are the fixtures? Portugal and Spain. Look at the fixtures. Spain, we've got until, it's literally on the the following day, so I need to make a decision by the 1st of December before that game. Yeah, so I'll probably wait to see if he starts or not, because they are up against Japan, and if so, I might well keep him, to be honest with you. We'll see. Oh no, I've got to make the decision before the Spain game. So maybe I shall wait to see if Alba starts. If it does, then I shall bring in Alba for Cancelo beforehand, I think so. That'll be my play there. Obviously, anything could happen before then. That is, 29th, that's 2 days away. So it's possible that might not happen. But like I say, these are my initial thoughts. And it's quite different to FPL, isn't it? Because we are making these decisions as the week goes on, as players are getting injured, etc. So that's my first thought. And my second thought is I'm going to be bringing in, possibly for Skov Olsen here, £6 million midfielder, Casemiro from Brazil. And might sound like a bit of a knee-jerk, but to be honest, if you're watching my last stream for the last team selection, he was a player I wanted to bring in, but just didn't fit. I didn't like with the structure of what I was trying to do. And I just didn't have the funds for him, to be honest with you. And now, as you can probably guess, I'm absolutely mortified. So there is a part of me that thinks I'm trying to chase those points, but also he's just looked formidable in midfield. And I'm not sure if he's going to be dropped or if he's going to play or not. What do you think? Does Casemiro play for Brazil in the next game, even though they are through? What do you think? So those are my real thoughts going into the game, to be honest with you. However, I've got Bergwijn in my team. Hasn't really lit up the World Cup so far, has he? Netherlands have got Qatar, who are the whipping boys, let's be honest. And if we've got team news, which we're going to get in 20 minutes, that he is not playing, then it's very possible, for example, if it's David Klaassen playing, that I could swap him over as well. Have debated, and maybe in the next hour, maybe I'll change my mind. But at this moment in time, I'm sticking with Kiefer Moore up front for Wales. They do need the result. He hasn't scored yet in this World Cup, and I mean, as you can probably tell, I'm a little bit biased, Welsh boy, and I've got my flag up in the background. So yeah, that is, I think I'm going to keep him. But then that sort of contradicts me having Trippier in my team as well for Wales. Maybe I should bring Mailer in for up against Australia. Not too sure on that one yet. But in a few moments, I'm going to go through and have a look at some of the stats on some of these players and just make sure. Have a look on FBref, SofaScore, something like that, and see who is performing. Now, I can see there's a few of you watching, which is great news. Thanks very much for joining me. Put your comments in. Which players are you targeting for this World Cup? Who do you think we should be bringing in? Like defenders, midfielders, etc., etc. I've just had a reminder, actually, about the petition that I've started. So if you're not aware of this, let me show you, because if you're UK based and you've been watching ITV Sport, BBC, please agree with me. I mean, I might be wrong. Tell me if you think I'm wrong. But some of the commentary has been pretty poor. I'm not a fan of Danny Murphy on the BBC whatsoever. And I really want to make sure we've got a decent co-commentator for the World Cup final. And is there anybody better than Ali McCoist? I don't think so. And as a result, I have started a petition online. Yeah, saying Ali McCoist should be the commentator for the World Cup final. I've got 11 signatures. I've got the tweet just here, which is now pinned to my profile. This guy here, the man himself, Ali McCoist, has retweeted it instantly. So he wants to do it as well. And he's a top man, isn't he? Cody Gakpo, yes, mate. I'm actually thinking that might be a really good shout as well. I have got £1 million in the bank. Murphy's a clown. He is, isn't he? No, absolute clown. Totally agree with you. So, if you agree with me, get onto me Twitter and yeah, sign this petition. Can I copy the link actually and post it into the? Let's have a look. Post it into the chat here for anybody who wants to join me in my quest. There we go. There's the link in the description there. Let's make sure Ali McCoist is the main man come the final. Right, so that's what I've been up to in the background as well. How's your team looking, Noah? How have you been doing? Let's have a look in the league. Are you a member of the league at all? So my leagues, I've got a couple of leagues here. Now, this is the Channel League, Who Really Loves It World Cup style. 7 people in it. I was top up until just before the end of the game week yesterday, or the match day. But top of the league, we've got Rio! Well done, mate. Let's have a look and see what's been going on with your team. Match day. Can we see match day 2? No, we can't. This is your team, I'm assuming, as it stands. I don't obviously know how this game fully works. Maybe it was your team last week. Is this your team now, Rio? Going into match day 3, if you're watching. Yeah, he does know ball, doesn't he? Know it exactly, and that's what we want. Who wants? I mean, Alan Shearer gave it. I just can't bear listening to him. I just want to turn it down, but I don't at the same time because I want to hear all the atmosphere in the background, and I like to hear opinion. I'm just going to take this jacket off because it's a bit warm in here. Right, so what time are we on? So 15 minutes until team news for this game week. So top of the league has got Gander in goal for who's Gander? For the Japanese. Oh, sorry, Gonda. My eyes are terrible. In case you haven't noticed, to wear glasses. He plays in goal for Japan up against Spain. I'm not sure I'll be wanting that goalkeeper. I reckon this must be match day 2 and you don't get to see people's players. But this is who he's had last week. Argentina, Shaw, Di Maria, De Paul, Mount, Bergwijn, Fernandez. This is obviously where he's got loads of points from Fernandez. But I think he's going to be rested. But he is somebody I'm certainly looking at moving forward for the round of 16. Anyway, well done, Rio, mate. Happy to see you top of the league. You really love it. And you're showing so with your rank. 53k. It's interesting. Obviously shows me I'm 5 points off 53k. Off the top 50k. So it's very close. It's very close. A few points either way can really shoot you up the league. You don't know whether or not to keep Mbappe. Well, I've made my decision. Now, I am not an expert at FPL or any of this. I just make my choices and then hopefully, well, you make your choices as an informed one. But for me, I've still got him. The captaincy's on him, but I haven't actually chosen that at this moment in time. When do they play? France play... Oh, wrong button. France play tomorrow at 3 o'clock. So I've got till tomorrow to decide that. And Argentina as well. But pretty much, I think, actually, I'm going to do it now. It's going to be Messi because they very much need, I'm going to confirm that now. They very much need those, need a win, don't they, to be getting through. So, yeah, that's sort of where that sits at the moment in time. And that's my team, as it's sort of like lining up. That's my team. What do people think? Maybe I should take Trippier out. I feel a bit bad having Saka and Trippier in because they're playing against my home nation. That doesn't feel right. And I was going to do my wildcard today originally and get rid of them, but not anymore. Not anymore. No chance. Let me just click and share. Let me just retweet my tweet on Twitter. See if anybody else would like to join. Retweet. Look at that. Put Ronaldo's. Now, terrible. How rude. Trying to claim a goal off your teammate. And he was like that as well, as if, like, towards the end, as if to say, oh, it come off the top of my head. Yeah, wasn't nice, that, was it? Was not nice. Anyway, let's quote tweet and just put on live. Quick one. I'm Livesey. No, I'm Livesey. That's my name. Sweet. There we go. Let's see if anybody else comes and joins in. Let's have a look. Now, any wildcarders out there this week? I've seen some good teams. We have a look on Twitter and see what people are posting, see what people are thinking. If I click my home page, let's click home again. So, Harry Travo, this man's in the league. What's this for? This is a different type of fantasy football, is it? Plays them all. Top man, very good friend of mine on this. Now, normally you get to see everybody's team. I'll tell you which tweets I'm going to share. Let's have a look. I saved one in my bookmarks earlier. We'll give a shout out to this guy here, Fantasy 22, Vuvuzela FC, World Cup Fantasies. These are some of the players that he's sort of recommending. So quite interesting. You know, just and I use these. I don't take these as sort of like gospel and I'm going for these players, but I look at these as players that are up for consideration and just get me thinking really and question what I'm doing. Am I sort of in the right place? So as you can see, a lot of people thinking to massively on the Netherlands. Messi's right up there on this guy's recommendations, which makes me feel slightly confident in me captain choice at this moment in time. Dumfries. Raum looks like a good option for Germany, 4.5 million. I think he's a left back. He looks like a fairly good option if you're looking for a budget defender. Who else is looking good here? Any of these players standing out to you? Which players here do you think are a shoo-in? Musiala for Germany, if you're on an £8 million midfielder, looks quite a good one. You're going to use your 12th man this week, Noah? And who you're putting as your 12th man? That'll be interesting, mate. Who's it going to be? Just to let you know, you can't captain them. I went for Kane in my first game week. Who's the player that stands out as a 12th man for you that obviously you can't captain? Excuse me. Have a little bit of me drink. What time are we on? 10 to 1. I'm dying to see this lineup so I can make me transfer. Or not, as the case may be. Now, I think Pulisic is quite a good shout. It's 7.5 million. He's looked quite good for America. Almost the main man. So I think he's quite a good shout up against Iran tonight. Obviously, they need a result as well. All to play for in these groups. I don't know. Is this the first time only 3 teams have actually qualified at this stage? Because it feels like it. So there's a lot to play for. There's a lot to play for. Who else stands out on this? Gundogan. I think Gundogan's a good option. He's on penalties. Yeah, I'm not so sure about Davy Klaassen, to be honest with you. I've seen a lot of people talking about Klaassen, but as an Everton fan, and he played for us, It was pretty terrible, to be honest with you. Although I get we didn't use him properly and give him time to settle in, new country, etc. It was the summer we signed 3 number 10s, Wayne Rooney, Gylfi Sigurdsson. Let's not say his name too loudly, and yeah, Davy Klaassen, and obviously he didn't get a shoe in front of Sigurdsson and Wayne Rooney, unfortunately, and you know, just didn't make it. But he did well for Ajax. I think he's doing well. Is he back at Ajax again? I'm not too sure. I've got KDB in my team. He is 11 million, but is that a good choice? What do we think, guys? This is an opportunity, by the way. If you want to like my video, now's a good time. And if you're not subscribed, then do. It's great to see my subscribers have increased. I was at 97 before the World Cup, now at 120. I have promised a song that I'm going to compose myself, all about fantasy football, FPL, etc. And when I reached 100 subscribers, so that is coming up. There's just been far too much football to watch recently for me to even have time to do that. But that's coming in the coming sort of like week or so as the football slows down a little bit. And we got a bit of time. What time are we on? Just so you know, I won't be here till 3 o'clock. I've got the school run today, so around about 2:45, my alarm will go off, and I'll have to go and pick up the children. But up until that point, yeah, I'm here. If you've got any questions, any answers, if you want to go and look at it, if you're not sure between two players, I'll get on and we'll do some analysis and see how they've been performing so far. But I think some of the teams that are worth targeting. Let's go off this and just give a shout out to the man again. What's his name? Fantasy22 at Vuvuzela FC. Yeah, thanks very much for your hard work there. What else have I saved? That's about it, I think. That's about it. Right, let's go back to me. Let's go back to me team. I want to go and have a look. I haven't got. Do we think we should be targeting the teams I've got written down for targeting are Netherlands, Argentina, Spain, and then possibly England, Denmark, Germany. Now, obviously, I've got some England in my team. I've got some Argentina in my team. I've got some Denmark on my bench. Maybe I should be bringing those in. I don't know. I've got Belgium. I've got Croatia, and I think they have looked poor, but surely if anybody's going to do anything for Belgium, it's going to be De Bruyne. I mean, even in the first game week, he got 4 points. Was that 4? Which is very annoying because for me, that he was stuck on my bench with the substitution fault. As you can see here, does it say why he got them? Oh yeah, you can see view points. 1 for minutes, 1 for a clean sheet. So the other 2 must have been for key passes or something like that. So yeah, I think he's still a good option because he'll still be making those key passes. And even if he doesn't get an assist or a goal, which I think he's highly likely to, he hasn't had one yet, then I think he's still a good option to keep. I think a lot of people jumping off him as well. So it could be a really good differential going into this game week. I've not seen Belgium in anybody's sort of like list for people to target, and a lot of people have done the match day hack, the wildcard hack. Have I had a reply off? No reply off Twisted Spark if he got his points back from doing the wildcard hack yet either. Right. Anybody else think there's any other teams that we should be targeting? Oh, where's my little vapey thing? Now my hand's killing me. Arthritis has kicked in, unfortunately. So there we go. Right. What's next? I've gone through my team. Any questions and answers? Let's go and have a look at some of these teams. Let's go and have a look at Germany. Now, I've not used this website before, but I saw FPL mate using FB Ref, so shout out to him. I watch all other FPL sort of like content as well. I've done for years. And where can we just look at the World Cup? Just click on the World Cup. Here we go. So I think what I can do if we click on a team, let's have a look at Netherlands, because I need to add blocker. Like I say, brand new to this site. Always block it. Don't always allow it. I'm going to have a look at the Netherlands because I think it brings up players. Yeah, here we go. And let's see who's getting the... Oh, I'm going to make that a bit... let's make it a bit wider. Boom, boom, boom. A lot of information on here. Right, let's go as far as there. Wow, I don't even know if you can see that, can you? Let's have a look, see if I can make that a bit bigger for you all. Just about, but I shall read it out. I'm going to have a look at non-penalty ex-goal plus expected goals and assists. And this is the Netherlands in the World Cup. So Cody Gakpo right at the top of that at 0.4. Scored twice already. 0 assists. Frankie de Jong with 1 assist. Davy Klaassen with 1 goal, 1 assist. Does it have minutes on here? Only played 18 minutes though, whereas Gakpo's played most of it. Where's Depay in this list? Where does he come? Because he came on. He's played 74 minutes. He came on in the last 2 games, but he hasn't played a full game. Maybe he's ready to start in this game. What do you think? Is Depay going to start this game? What's his expected? He doesn't really have any non-penalty expected goals and expected assist either. Tough shout, because he has been like one of the main threats. I do believe. I don't watch international football much, to be honest with you, or Champions League. But from what I hear from other people who do watch it a lot, and what I see in the stats is can we change this? We've got all competitions. Oh, it's full of adverts, isn't it? We've got all competitions, 2022 World Cup, 0.4. Gakpo still comes to the top of that. Why is Depay all the way down here? Has he been injured? World Cup qualifier. Here we go. In the World Cup qualifiers, he's been the main man. Goals plus assists. Is there an expected? There isn't. Per 90 minutes. Let's click on that one. What's PK stand for? Minus penalties. So goals plus assists minus penalty kicks made per 90 minutes. Okay, we're not interested in this guy here. Minutes, 20 minutes. We're looking in the high minutes here. So high minutes, 899 minutes, right at the top. Memphis Depay and 1.4. So if he is going to start, he looks like he could be the main man. Lineup's out. He's starting. Right, let's have a look at the lineup then. Lineup. Let's go to SofaScore. Let's have a look. Netherlands, Qatar. Surely that just opens it up? No? Why doesn't that just open up the game? Right, where's the... Hold on a second. There you go. I've saved this other page. World Cup page. That should be easier. So much navigating when it's not Fantasy Football Hub. A little shout out there to my favourite site for that. So, featured match, Group D, here we go. Today, here we go, lineups. Let's have a look. So Depay starts with Gakpo. So I'm just getting a message off my wife there. So Cody Gakpo starts up with Memphis Depay. So what are people doing? Who are people going for? Who's the man to go for there? Who's the man? Memphis Depay, Cody Gakpo, and Klaassen starting as well. They're going for it. 3 at the back. Ake, Van Dijk, Timber, Dumfries. So they're playing. Oh, brilliant. So he should be looking at some attack and returns. I think I need to go for one of these, don't I? I do, because, right. Plans are changing. Plans are changing. No Bergwijn. He wasn't in the midfield, was he? No Bergwijn. Obviously, I'm shooting. He'll be on the bench, won't he? So no Bergwijn starting. So there you go. There's a transfer straight away. No point having him. Does Gakpo come through as a forward or as a midfielder? Let's have a look. Right, let's make this a little bit smaller now so you can all sort of see that a bit better. So it stays on screen. All right. Now, what changes are people making if you're watching this now? Now the team news is out. You got your Messi. Oh, well, yeah, go for it, mate. I used my power captain last week. The only thing I was gutted about, if you look, mate, I had match day 2. At the beginning of the match day, I had it on Mbappe, and it just stayed there. And obviously, it would have been on there till he played, and with 26 points, it just wouldn't have moved. So I'm a little bit gutted, to be honest with you, because my original plan for it was to save it until the World Cup final, because it's quite hard to pick in a one game. You know, there's 2 games on 3rd place as well, but who knows who'll play in that. It'll be final people for me in my team, maybe 1 or 2, you know, if I need to, from the semis. Can't transfer them out from the previous game because of lack of transfers, but I'm now thinking. So yeah, absolutely. I mean, I did it because I had a fairly good rank and I just wanted to maintain that and just not worry about the captaincy choice during that game week. Yeah, Messi's a good shout, but is it a slightly tough game for them up against Poland? I mean, they've got a fairly good defence, I think, Poland. I mean, I really like the centre back for them, Pavlovic. He's a proper grok, and he reminds me of Jaap Stam back in the day. Looks absolutely solid, and like I certainly want to mess with him. Great to have in the opposition box. I looked into his stats. He got a goal and an assist back in his back for Red Bull Salzburg he plays for. So yeah, he looks a good player, and yeah, I don't know, mate. I won't give advice. Maybe go for. I've got my captaincy on Messi. I think he's the best choice this week. At the start of it, obviously we've then got a chance to change it as the game week goes on as well. One time, so I'm going to have Messi, and possibly if it doesn't work out, then I'll probably go to Mbappe, because I think, can't remember now, one follows the other. France, Argentina. So yeah, France first. Okay, so let's just change that now before I forget. So captaincy on Mbappe to start off with. One thing I've noticed is the substitution bench fault has been fixed this game week, which is really good. I was struggling to sort that out last time. But Bergwijn's not playing. Right, where's Gakpo? Let's have a look. Let's close this down. Is he classed as a forward in this, or is he classed as a midfielder? Gakpo. Forward, 7 million. Okay, and what about Depay? 8.5. Okay. Well, probably Depay's not going to play the whole game, would you think? Just been working his way back to fitness. Probably be one of the early subs if it's not working out. Whereas Gakpo's played most of the games, I think. I think Pickford is worth a 12-man shout. Kind of think Wales might score. Well, I'm probably the worst man to ask in this situation. As you can see, I've still got Kiefer Moore in my team, and I was going to keep him. In fact, I could still well be keeping him, because it looks like Bergwijn's going out my team. Oh no, because I could go. So if Bergwijn goes out, he goes out for... Who does he go out for? Where's Klassen play as? What does he has? £6 million. How much is Bergwijn? 7 million. So I've got a £7 million midfielder. Let's have a look and see. Oh, I've got $1 million in the bank as well, so I can go 8 million. I can go 8 million. How much was Klassen again? 6. Would you go Davy Klassen? Would you go Davy Klassen? So yeah, Pickford, a 12-man shout. I think Kiefer Moore will get a goal tonight. I really do, because he hasn't scored yet. He'll be desperate to score against the old enemy. It's not just a game that's against a team who. This is a game where if Wales are going to hopefully perform in one game in this World Cup, this is the one. I mean, for all Welsh fans, this is the game that we've been looking forward to. But we could freeze on the night. We could freeze on the night. We've not done well so far. It seems our best players, unfortunately, are past their best. You know, they peaked at the last Euros when we did well there. This is not a cigarette, by the way. I've given up. Smoking's bad for you. You've got his shirt from his first 8 days, Davy Klassen. Have you got him in then? Would you recommend him, mate? I've got 8 million to spend if I want it. The other thing is I could just not even go for a Netherlands player. 8 million. Let's have a look. Let's take these things out here. Because other players that are sort of tempting me are Gundogan for Germany. And who else is tempting me in midfield? Let's have a look. Let's just go midfielders. If we sort by... total points first. Who's been doing well? I'm not tempted by Bruno Fernandes with this one in sort of like a double transfer to bring in funds from elsewhere. Simply, I think he could well be rested because they are through. Kudus, who've Ghana got? It's just the unknown, and it just feels a bit of a... Although he does look a good player, I know Everton have been interested in him, and I do believe Liverpool are in for him today as well, which is bloody typical. Excuse my terrible bad language. Up against Uruguay, for me that's unpredictable. Yeah, no, too unpredictable that one. Too close to call, so I won't be bringing Kudus in. Spain need a result. Olmo looked pretty good. Rabiot looks good for France, but they're through, so I'm not sure that's the shout. I really like the look of Casemiro. I've asked my mate on here. Let's see if he's replied. Ari Travo. Has he replied? No, it's not looking like it. It's not looking like it. I've asked him because he's a Brazil fan. Does he think Casemiro will start in the last game? I think he will, but just because he's so crucial. I think he's crucial to the way Brazil plays, and he's just right at the heart of it. And I think he's got an engine that just goes on forever, to be honest with you. And really impressed with him in the way he's played for Brazil. And I'm just gutted I didn't bring him in for the last game week, even though I've been talking about him. There's only funds. That's the reason I didn't. So he's a player I really want in midfield. How long have I got? 10 past 2. Not interested in Bellingham for England, no. Klassen, obviously, we talked about him. Let's have a look and see by who people have been choosing. So Kevin De Bruyne's top of the list in midfield. Let's bring this up a little bit so we can see a few more. Saka already got him. Musiala for Germany. See, I am thinking Germany. He looks a real boy. He looks greedy, doesn't he? He looks greedy. Who've they got again? Costa Rica. Have Costa Rica before? Costa Rica haven't done very well, have they? Costa Rica haven't done well at all. Pulisic is a shout. I was talking about him before. Let's have a look at this tweet that I was sharing before from Fantasy 22. I hope he doesn't mind me sharing it. Obviously, give him a follow. FPL Olympians wildcard thing worked, by the way, so I'll give him a shout out for letting me know. So I'll give him a follow on Twitter as well. If I go into my bookmarks, this is Fantasy 22. Let's have a look at this. Some players that he's recommending. This is his take on it. Obviously, make your own mind up. I just took Gundogan out for Ziyech. And you've got Gakpo in. That's interesting. I'm thinking about possibly bringing Gundogan in and you just took him out. Ziyech, okay. Ziyech is a shout. What? Hey, hello, Monkey. How you doing, mate? Good to have you on board. Doing well. You've almost caught me up in the league, mate. Almost. Does Skov Olsen start for Denmark in the next game, mate? Because that's an option for me as well. I could take him out. Which is what I was thinking I might do at the beginning of the game week. Before we've just had this team news. I was considering Skov Olsen to Casemiro. And Cancelo to Alba. And I'd still like to go for Alba, to be honest with you, in defence. But with Bergwijn not starting, I feel like I need to do something about that straight away. Mbappe carried your game week. Yeah, I think for a lot of us, mate, to be honest with you. I had the power captain on. I'm just saying before, a bit gutted because I had the captaincy on him anyway, and it just never moved. I was hoping somebody else might haul even more than him, but there we go. That's fantasy football. Let's have a look at the league, mate, whilst you're on, seeing as you're in it. It's not far off. Where are you? 109 points. Harry Travo, my good friend on Twitter. I don't have many friends on Twitter, so if you do use Twitter and you're watching, get signing up and follow me. He's got a long-term injury. Ah, sugar. So maybe he's the one I should be taking out. Should I be using my wildcard? So you've got to hurry. You have, mate. What have you got? 14-12. Yeah, let me go. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll open a new page for this, and we'll have a look and see. Let's build. If I go into this and I sign out, let me sign out. There we go. I can build a squad from scratch, right? As if I'm doing a wild card, and maybe who knows? I might do this and go and build and do my own. Even though I said I'm going to save it. What do you think about me saving it? Very quick. Oh, let's do this first. Let's do this first. So, for me, straight away, Mbappe has to be in there. I don't think Kevin De Bruyne is a shoo-in. For me, he's in my team because he's there and I want to save my wild card at this moment in time. Let's go down. Messi. Who are we building the team round? Why is that gone to goalkeeper? I want all. Let's go forwards. In fact, let's go midfielders. I think now we've got the team news in, we'd be looking for, let's just go Netherlands. This is where I build a team and I end up going to do it, isn't it? Absolutely. I think we've got to go Davy Klaassen, haven't we? Add. Triple up against Qatar. He's doing well, he's in form. Let's have a look. Let's go forwards. Now, do we go Depay or do we go Gakpo? I think we go Depay because I think if start, he'd be desperate to get a goal, won't he? So I think we go Depay. Right, let's choose and the defender we're looking at Dumfries because they've gone 5 at the back or 3 at the back. Add. So we're looking at the meal. So what other fixtures have we got? Whose other fixtures are we targeting? Netherlands, USA, Iran. Make your own decision, England, Wales. It's a tough one. It's a tough one because it is an old battle that goes back in history. England, not just in football, rugby. It's the old enemy for us. It's a derby, and as we know, anything can happen in derbies. And oh God, I pray to God it does tonight. I really do. France, they're going to be resting people. That's a tough one to target. Denmark, I think, up against Australia. That's a good one. Maybe Mailer from defence. Let's bring Mailer in for defence. Attacking defender. Do you agree with this, my fellow Danish friend? Let's close those feet. You can't see both at the same time. It's a bit rubbish, isn't it? Let's bring in... Or is there a better Danish defender? Still waiting for him to give me a return. Or did he get a clean sheet? No, he got a clean sheet the first week, but he was on my bench because of the glitches in the system. Which other teams are we looking to target? I've got a list here as well. I've done Argentina. Spain, I want Spanish players. Let's have a look. Let's go for Spain then. You can see I haven't thought about a wild card much. It's really not in my thoughts. Could well be a bit too late for me to do it as well, to be honest with you. Oh, don't want Denmark, I want all country. Spain. Well, I call it Spain, and then have ESP as their three-letter abbreviation. Add. Who else am I looking for in midfield? I'm thinking Gundogan, just simply because he's on penalties for Germany. They really do need a result. Midfielder. Up against Costa Rica. If you just joined now, then I'm just Roman Said, maybe. No one is better than Myler. He hasn't hit form yet, though. Roman Said. Yeah, Mbappe might get arrested, but I just think he's on for the Golden Boot. I think we're more likely to get Giroud rested, to be honest with you, just because of his age. I can really see that happening. And maybe Mbappe will play an hour or so. They'll still want to finish top of their group. Yeah, I think he starts. I think he starts. He's in fine form. He's key to France, and they don't want to be losing the last game. Momentum is key in these things, and you know Deschamps won it as a player as well, and he'll know that. If anybody's watching who actually thinks no, Mbappe will be rested, here's some history of Deschamps and how he does these things in tournaments, then please do let me know, because I haven't got that information. Roman Said, who does he play for? Said. Let's just go all countries, all positions. Roman Said. Who's Roman Said play for, mate? Between Roman Saiz. D is next to the S on the Morocco. Who have Morocco got? I've seen a few people going for Ziyech. Up against Canada. Obviously, they've only scored one goal as well. So maybe a Moroccan defender. They've only ever scored once in the World Cup. So maybe a Moroccan defender is to go. Roman Saiz, yes, mate. From Wolves. For Morocco up against Canada. I think that's a good shout. Mate. Like I've just said, Canada scored their very first goal in the World Cup ever last week. And, well, is Lightning going to strike twice? How long have we got till kick-off? 40 minutes. What am I doing? Oh, I need to get rid of this. Why can't I have the fixtures and that at the same time? Site continues to do my head in. Roman Saiz 4.5 option. I think that's a really good shout. In defence. So, in case you just joined, I'm building a wildcard team. My good friend here, Big Nose Monkey, you can see his comments in below. He's doing a last-minute wildcard. It's not in my agenda at this moment in time. I'm doing this, I'm logged out, and I'm doing this as if I'm a new player. Just overplaying to see who I can fit in. This is my team. Very quickly, I can see there's a few new people joined, so I just thought I'd share it. My team. Oh no, it's not showing it there at all. Is it because I've signed out on another page? That's a bit rubbish, isn't it? Anyway, oh no, it's there. I'll come back to it in a minute. What have we got left in the bank? 35 mil in the bank. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players to get. So averaging £6 million a player. Who's the shoe-ins for midfield? Where's that list from before? From Fantasy 22. Let's have a look at this. Who's he talking? So Musiala, I was liking the look of as well. Not so sure on Sané. I've had him in my team. He's already burnt me once. Pulisic, I like the look of against Iran. I think that's a good shout. And obviously we've got these boys in the Netherlands. Let's go back. So I'm going to look at... I think Pulisic has been the player for his team. And if anybody's going to score for them tonight, they are up against Iran, who did do well against Wales. But maybe USA are a different proposition. Pulisic. Who else? Who else, guys? Richarlison's still a valid option. I don't think so, mate. Brazil are through. Obviously, he's plays for Tottenham now, but he's still my boy. He will be in my team round 16, but we get free transfers at the end of this one anyway. I don't think he's first choice up front. Not when you've got Mbappe. Possible. I mean, I know they're through as well, but I don't think Richarlison is key to them starting. He was subbed off. Mbappe played all the games. He did get a rest in the last game as well. He'll probably start since he came off after 60 minutes. He'll be desperate to. He'll be desperate to start, but it's too much of a gamble for me. I think we need players, you know, fantasy football. We need players that we believe will start. So I don't think so, mate. I'm looking at Musiala. I think Germany are going to do well in this next game. They tend to bring it when it's tournament time. So we need to bring in 2 goalkeepers. So maybe we should go for the Moroccan keeper. I don't know how well have Morocco done. I can't remember now. Let's have a look on SofaScore. Other one. Let's close that one down so I don't keep going to it. Morocco up against Belgium. Oh no, that was their last game. Where's Morocco? Second in the group. What a tight group. All tight groups. Let's have a look. Where's the stats for them? There's got to be some stats. So, top players for Morocco. Roman Saiss up there. This is the SofaScore rating. Do we get a bit more info if we click each one? Forward? No. Abu Khal as a forward has been doing well according to SofaScore, which usually means that they're the best players. Defenders, Roman Saiss right up there. Do we got any more? This is stats for everybody overall. So Morocco, here we go. Played 2 matches. Goals per game, they're averaging 1 goal per game. Goals conceded 0. So the best. I don't think is there another team that's conceded less goals? Can they get a 3rd clean sheet in a row? Or is this just chasing points? Can't decide whether to 12th man Musiala or Mbappe. Mbappe is not a guaranteed start, is he? I mean, he's 85-90%, but if he's on your team, you do have the option to sub him out. If he doesn't, you know, if you get the lineup for a player on your bench. Whereas Musiala, well, unless he's injured, he's a starter, isn't he? So for me, out of those 2, I'd go Musiala. But please make your own choice. Anybody else want to help Noah on this one, then please share your opinion. But Roman Saiss, yeah, performing well. What else? What's been going on in defence? Wow, they're so good. 2 clean sheets, tackle per game 21, interceptions 11. Errors leading to shots 0. No errors leading to shots, so they're quite well drilled at the back there by the looks of it. And what do they need to get through? What are they playing for in this game? Do they get through with a draw? Four points, no. Yes, they do, because they're playing Belgium. They're playing Belgium, so they get through with a draw. Belgium have been pretty shocking, but they have got Kevin De Bruyne. He's just a player. I think you just can't write him after. Can we do it after the game week starts, the 12th man? I don't know is the answer. I'm afraid. I don't know. I reckon. Actually, no, I don't think. Mind you, I had the I played one. I played it last week, so the option wasn't available. If I remember back to match day 1, I think the little button at the top. You can't see it there now because I'm doing this Wildcard sim, but the little button that's just up here, the lightning thing on it, I'm pretty sure that was there through my match day 1 to enable me to choose those 2 if I wanted. But I can't remember wholeheartedly, to be honest with you. So if anybody else knows, then please do let Noah know. What have I got left there? I've got £19.5 million. Which goalkeeper am I going to go for? Costa's been brilliant. I think he still starts, to be honest with you. But it doesn't mean as much to Portugal because they're already through. They totally already. What's the group looking like? Portugal, are they totally through? Time on 14:27. Right, I've got 15, just over 15 minutes. So Portugal are definitely through. There's no two ways about it. But can obviously finish second. But Ghana have got to, they've got to improve their goal difference for that. So I think there's going to be Ronaldo's going to be rested without a doubt. Although we might not want to be. So maybe not. Maybe not. Spain, I think, are the team to have. Germany need a win. Absolutely need a win. And then it's not guaranteed if Costa Rica, or Japan beats Spain. Could Japan beat Spain? Don't think so. Don't think so. But they beat Germany. Don't forget, if you're watching and you are not a subscriber to the channel, please do so. That would be lovely to have you on board as we move forward. If you're into FPL as well, I do that. And we'll be doing more of it as the season goes on. Who am I going for in goal? Who's your goalkeepers? I think Costa still plays and he's been solid so far. He's been solid so far, so I think I still go with... Noppart's a good choice, obviously, I think, up against Qatar. But I'm going to put in Costa. Let's close that down because he's been a good keeper for me. He's got me 7 points the other day, 5 million. And I think he will start. Goalkeepers not tend to be rested. They need the continuity at the back, that voice, that solidity, and he's enjoying himself. Lovely save at the end of the game yesterday to help Portugal through. I think saves like that should be worth more points, shouldn't they? More points, because that's a goal in effect, isn't it? He's stopped the goal there. Save points should be worth well more. Imagine you do get your clean sheet points, I suppose, but there we go. I think you're going to go with Ericsson. Are you Danish by any chance? But yes, I think he's a good choice, mate. Let's have a look and see how he's been performing for Denmark. Let's have a look at some stats. Let's go. Where's Denmark? I think he's been sort of one of their main players. Where's the SofaScore ratings gone? So in terms of midfielder, he has been their main player in terms of the SofaScore rating. If we go and look into him specifically, these are some of the penalties he's taken. So he takes penalties as well. Here's his heat map. That's the season. Have we got? This is the World Cup. Okay, so this is how he's played in the last two games. He's all over the place, isn't he? Not in the box much. Not in the box much. But on corners, so set pieces. So he's played 2 games, played every single minute. Expected goals 0.14. So this will be overall. As you can see, that's not much, and this sort of reflects where he's been playing. 1.5 shots per game, but only half a shot on target. So I don't think it's going to be goals. Obviously, it's a possibility, unless it's from a free kick. Goals from outside the box, 0 out of 3. So looks like he's had 3 shots from outside the box. Lots of possession, 4 key passes. He was getting 2 a game, so that works out a point. Get him some. He's winning possession back, so he might get the odd tackle point here and there. I'm sure he'll be on free kicks and things like that as well. So he's a punt, mate, I think. I don't think he's a shoo-in. Possibly a bias. Your shout, that one, my friend. Depends how much you just want your own player in. Creativity is the one. Your Danish bias, mate. Yeah, absolutely. But you've got to have something. To be honest, I think we've got to have a bit of fun with this as well, haven't we? The game is a bit knackered. I've lost points along the way because of the game being knackered. And if we're not having a bit of fun with it this time around, then what are we going to do? Anyway, back to this wild card. £14.5 million left. Budget keeper. How much is the Morocco keeper? Which one is it that's playing? Is it this Bunu? Fixtures. 6 points. 0 points against Belgium. Why has he not got points against Belgium? Didn't play. 6 points there. Was he injured? Have we got a different keeper coming in? 7 points. So El Kadjoui came in for Morocco. Did he get injured? Against Belgium, but he's kept Belgium out. Who starts for Morocco in goal? That for me, I don't know. Haven't got enough information. So I'm not going to go for him at this moment in time. Who's got the best defensive fixture? Let's have a look and go with, let's go to World Cup odds and see what the bookies reckon in this thing, because they're usually pretty good. World Cup betting odds. It's not something I tend to check, to be honest with you. So maybe this is something for me for the future. So, so 2 to 9. So Netherlands have got the best. Looking at it, 16 to 1 for an away win. That they're really high. 15 to 8. I'm not a gambler, so if I get anything wrong here, I'll just look down these ones here. 17 to 2, 11 to 7, 100 to 27. So that's, and 12 to 1. So Brazil have got good defensive odds here. 25 to 1. So that's the home fixture for a win. So Costa Rica are looking to win that. No, that's a big ask. So then, yes, so Germany, so it's the opposite way around, isn't it? Of course it is. So Germany have got a really good defensive odds, and I think Raum is quite a good option. I've seen a few people looking at him. I'll go back to this list here. Must message Fantasy 22 afterwards and tell how much I've involved. There's a little slide in here. Defenders. Raum, yes, he's up at second versus Costa Rica. So I think Germany have got a really good chance. Let's bring him into my team. I still need to bring an extra defender in. So I'm almost tempted to do wildcard here. Is it too late in the day to pull a wildcard? I think it might be. Take that out. Oh, defenders, that's why. So maybe German goalkeeper is the way to go. Neuer. He's not a bad shout, is he? If you can afford him. I'm going to put him in, see what happens. Why is he locked? Ram, I haven't got 2 goalkeepers there, have I? Have I got 3? Oh, I've got 3 from Germany already. That's why. Okay, no, that's fine. That's fine. I'm happy with my goalkeepers, to be honest. I just need another budget one. Stick with Costa. But yeah, let's go back to those odds. So who was it? It's 16 to 1. So Netherlands is the other option. Noppert or Neuer look like the best goalkeepers to go for. 15-2 here. 6-1. So that's Denmark. So Denmark are the favourites here to win this against Australia. Quite big favourites, actually. Quite big favourites. Tunisia, good. I had Rochelle all along the way as well. Poland, Argentina look like a could be a good shout for their goalkeeper. Gakpo or Depay? I think it depends on your funds. What does everybody else think on this one? I think Gakpo pays 90 minutes. Depay, who have I put into mine? I've gone for Depay at 8.5s. But if I was looking for 1.5 million, I think I'd go Gakpo. But Depay needs a goal, doesn't he? He'll be desperate to. He's been playing. He may get the full game, depending on how it's going. They need the win, don't they? So, as well, just to confirm it. What have I got left here? If you've just joined, then I'm just building a wildcard team. Sort of ad hoc. It's not my plan at this moment in time to do so. But to help anybody who is, my good friend Big Nose Monkey 1234 is doing this just now. So if you've got any suggestions for him as a must-have for this game, then please do share them. But this wildcard team, I've got £10 million left, and I need to bring in a midfielder and a defender. So let's bring in another defender. I won't be. Oh no, I've got 5 defenders. I need to bring in another goalkeeper and another midfielder. So let's add the goalkeeper first and foremost. Let's go all. Let's go with Argentina, because they need a win. No, oh God. I talk so much sometimes my brain gets a little bit fuzzy, to be honest with you. And I need to take a bit of a breath. That'll be the ADHD. Appointment tonight. Happy days. Only waited 5 years. Get a phone call at last. Right, so who's been playing? I'm assuming it's Martinez. I think it is Martinez, isn't it? Fixtures, 0 points. Yeah, because they lost 6 points up against Mexico. And then they've got Poland. Lewandowski could get another goal, but now he's off the mark. But Argentina really do know the business. I mean, do know Emi Martinez. Of course, that's why Damien. Who the hell's Damien Martinez? Wow. So let's put him in. And that leaves me for a £4.5 million. No. Yes. We're not. This isn't a permanent thing. Saying that because I want Casemiro in my team moving forward. So midfielders, let's go by price. Let's go for all players. And let's go and have a look down. First of all, let's have a look and see who everybody else is going for in the 4.5 bracket. It's like, oh, you don't get to see the prices are here. Let's have a look. So up to the top. First £4.5 million player that comes down this list. Let's have a look. Who are people punching on? Well, we've got a £4 million player. That could just be an enabler, though. I'm not going for Nawaf Al-Abid because I just know nothing about him whatsoever. Everyone's got £4 million midfielders. Paredes for Argentina. How's he done? Is he played? View points. Got an assist in the first game. Okay. 0 points against Mexico. Did he play? You've gone with Modric. Luka. Talismanic figure for Croatia. He will be on free kicks and all that sort of thing, but I did see one he took the other day, and what a waste. What a waste. Let's have a look and see how Paredes has been doing for Argentina. Hopefully some of these things have helped you guys that I've been going through. If you've got any questions, put them in. How long have I got left? I've got about 5, 6, maximum 10 minutes, and then I've got to go and do the school run. Sofa score. Where is it? I've closed the page down. Hold on a second. Ladies and gentlemen, I think Paredes could be a good shout actually at 4.5s. Let's see how many minutes he's played in the other games. I mean, he's had an assist already, so he will be in the... You'd like to think he's in the manager's thoughts for the game. There we go. Let's have a look at what Sofa score rank him at. Well, he ranks top out of all the midfielders. That's a good start. Bit of everything. Tackling, defending, technical, not much attacking, but he has had that taken penalties as well previously. Always handy. If Messi's not on the pitch, might be the man to step up. I don't know. No, he's definitely the defensive midfielder, isn't he? But we do get points for tackles, interceptions, and if he does come up with another assist, one key pass, so not loads of key passes. It's not really crossing the ball. But interceptions, tackles, you should get a point for a tackle if he plays maybe. I think if I'm going to have a 4.5 bench option, he's not the worst shout. Not the worst shout. Okay. Who else was there? Okay, so this is obviously owned. Hector Herrera for Mexico. Mexico need a result, aren't they? Second in the table. Look really... they actually looked pretty good, didn't they? Until... Did they look pretty good? I can't remember. Who did they play? They played Argentina. They looked good until they conceded. So can they keep that going? Hector Herrera, let's have a look and see how he's been doing. Who have they got? What's the odds for Mexico? Saudi Arabia. 19-5. 8-11. So Mexico are favourites to win. Let's go into Mexico. So Paredes, so at the moment, can I compare him, can I? Right, there's my alarm. Search to compare players. Herrera. Hector Herrera. Brilliant. I'm loving this on Sofa Score. A little cheeky comparison. Stats. So this is Argentina. So this will be Paredes. We've just looked at his. No. Are they above? Or do I need to just change the Argentina? No. It's because we're on Paredes at the top. No. Okay, so we're just comparing these stats here. Paredes in blue, is he? Hector. So not much in it with these two, to be honest with you. Let's just go Hector Herrera on his own, see what he's been doing. Mexico. Poland, like top of... Wow. Mental. Mexico. Let's have a look. Irvin Lozano looked good, didn't he? Let's have a look. Hector Herrera. Let's have a look. Not a penalty taker. Taken one before. All over the place. Not the full-on defensive midfielders. Look like he's playing all over the place. But this looks like his main position. Right side of midfield. Where's his stats? There we go. Expected goals 0. 0 all the way, passing. How many minutes has he played? He's played most minutes. He has been substituted, so take that as not guaranteed to play. No. 1 cross in 2 games. No key passes. So for me, Paredes wins that. Let's go back to this team, because this isn't my team. And I'm just going to put this Paredes in. So that for me would be... Oh, stupid thing. Let's just go Paredes. Add. So there we go. That would be a wildcard team for me if I was going into this match day 3. If I had a little bit more time to think about it, I might change one of the German midfielders. I would definitely, let's confirm that. No, I don't want to, okay. I definitely, I can't remove him from there. Have Depay as a starting player. Oh, I'm not going to mess about with it anymore. Depay would be my starting player, and I would have probably Mailer on the bench, or one of these defenders on the bench to start off with, and then see how he goes in this game week. Right, let's close that down now. Thanks for joining in that. Have you done your team, Monkey? Have you got your World Cup team up, your wildcard team up and running? Let's go and make my transfers now. Let me sign back in. Sign out. I want to sign in. Sign in. Hopefully we should just do it. Yeah, password covered up. Hopefully the game hasn't crashed or anything crazy like that. Nope, we're still on match day 3. Skov Olsen's a long-term injury. Okay, so that changes things a little bit as well. Bergwijn's not starting, but if I put him on my bench now, it doesn't really matter. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? There's more money in Bergwijn. Davy Klaassen. Musiala. Pulisic. I can go up to 7 mil. I don't want to bench him. I need to transfer him out. If it was a choice between him and Olsen, I suppose Bergwijn gives me more money. Yep. Don't know who to transfer him for though. Let's go and see. Let's go back to this list as a reminder. It's good, this list. I might start creating my own one of these lists just so I can remember who I'm thinking of, because my mind's like a sieve sometimes. Midfielders, who am I thinking of? I'm not thinking Ericsson. Musiala, I'm thinking. And Bergwijn could go to Musiala. Klaassen. Do you know what? I think I'm going to go Davy Klaassen. It'll give me another £1 million to spend on my next transfer, because I've still got 2. Let's have a look. Right, let's do this one first. Transfer. Search for... I'm going to go Davy Klaassen. He's having a good tournament. He did well for Ajax. And I think he's doing well at his current club. Let's just double check. How long have I got? 9 minutes. Let's just use this thing on the side. Back. No, back again. Probably should just start the page again. Probably just type Davy Klaassen in the top, but I know how to get to it this way. It seems to be working, so I shall continue. My team is currently Schmeichel, Rocher. Be worried about Rocher, Tunisia. They got France, mate. That's my only worry with the £4 million Rocher. Dumfries, yeah, no problem at all. Side, I'm assuming that's Sice again, mate. Yeah, we've already looked at Morocco. Good shout. Luke Shaw, no, not against Wales. But you were right last time against our Wales result against Iran, so maybe you are right this time. Alba, yep, I'll put him in my team. He's the player I want to bring in. Plata, don't know who Plata is. Klassen, I'm just about to bring him in. Perisic, okay, mate. Croatia, yeah. He's playing in a more advanced role. Messi, Mbappe, Gakpo. And then you've got Mela, Eriksson, and then you've got 10 mil. And you've got 10 mil in the bank. What are you going to do with your 10 mil, mate? You've got a Messi, Mbappe, Gakpo. So it's a midfielder you need, is it? Midfielder. I'd go for a German. I think Musiala possibly is a one. They need the points. I think with Musiala, though, he's 8 million. I can afford him too. Right, I've got an idea. Oh, I've had a reply on Twitter. Is this to me Brazil? Does Casemiro start? Let's have a look. Harry Travo liked. Hello, mate. So this is about Casemiro. My very good friend, Harry Travo. I don't know if you're watching, mate. It's a really tough one, to be honest. Casemiro is very important. As the qualifications already secured and having a very good for replacement on the bench in Fabinho. True. On the bench of Fabinho, there is a good chance that Tite may decide to bench him. Tite, you have Kudus. No, mate. Do you think Kudus is the one to go for? Do you think so? I'm just worried a bit. It's a bit of a knee jerk. Although I do know of him because he's a player we've been looking to bring in at Everton, and I do believe your Liverpool boys are bringing him in. Maybe that's biasing your decision to think Fabinho's going to play. Who knows? Who knows? Right, I'm at the part where I'm starting to get a little bit concerned because I've got to pick the kids up. Thanks for that reply, mate. Everybody give Harry Travo a follow. He's a top man. Always replies to message. 11.6 thousand follows. Yeah, no, I don't think Fernando's for this one, mate. I think round 16, Fernando, he's one of the players we build our team around. Absolutely agree. Right, going back to my team now. So, I've got the option of, because I've got $1 million in the bank, I could bring I've got Bergwijn, haven't I, for 7 mil to Klassen. That brings me there, but I don't really. Other options, obviously Gakpo up front. How much is Gakpo again? That gives me 1. That gives me 2 million. He's 6 million. And how much is Gakpo? 7 million, isn't he? So I could increase. I could change Kiefer Moore as well to Gakpo because I'm considering that. Or should I be saving that transfer? Should I just keep it simple? Am I trying to do too much? Am I trying to do too much? We've got 2 mil in the bank. Maybe just upgrade one of your budget players, mate, if that's the case. That's what I think I would do. Don't change any of your big ones now. Maybe have a look at your goalkeeper. Maybe go for Neuer in goal for Germany if you've got space for that. Right, I think I'm just going to bring Klassen in for Bergwijn. It gives me some more money in the bank. Let's do that. I'm going to do it. Yeah, let's confirm. So that's done, just in case it crashes. So let me just refresh. Is that there? Yeah, so I've got that for this tech game coming up now. 5 minutes till kickoff, guys. Yeah, I think Neuer's a great shout, mate, to be honest with you. Denmark's your bias, to be honest, but they've got, I can't remember who they've got now. They've got Australia, who have scored goals in this tournament. I really like the look of their left back, Goodwin. I think he's a player possibly if they do get through to sort of target. But I quite like him at Everton, to be honest with you. You know, we're struggling to create from the wings, and I think he could be a great sort of rotational player, somebody to come on for Mikalenko or those games. But anyway, that's the future. What have I got left? 5 minutes. Now, question is, do I bring in? I've got 2 million in the bank. Kiefer Moore. £6 million striker. Do I bring in... I don't think I've got enough for Depay. He's 8.5, isn't he? 8.5, so I haven't got enough for him. Gakpo, 7 million. Do I use my last transfer now to bring in Cody Gakpo? Yeah, go confirm, mate, before it's too late. Not long to go. Not long to go at all. I'm just in that last minute stage. Do you know what? I think I'm gonna leave this transfer. I think I'm gonna stick with Kiefer Moore as we go into the game week, because I can swap Skov Olsen. He's not playing for I've got 2 million in the bank. He's worth 6 million. I can go and get an £8 million Musiala closer to the Germany game, and then bring him in for a player that doesn't perform. When do they play? Denmark and Germany. So it's not something I've got to worry about now. Denmark play there. Germany play. Where's Germany? Germany play after. So if in the Denmark game Mailer's not in the starting lineup, I will go with Musiala. Look at this, £8 million versus Costa Rica. So yeah, that's the plan. That's what I'm going to do. That's my new plan. I will save Jordi Alba for the round of 16, I think, and we'll use that money that way. Cancelo still could get a score. Yeah, that's it. My team is locked. 2 minutes to go. We're going Dumfries and Klaassen in this game. Then it's up to 2. I haven't tripled up on the thingy. Wait, let's just say if Mbappe doesn't start, can I transfer him out for free since I've played my wild card? I think so, but it would be in the build-up to the game, because I think he would lock after that, mate. That would be what I think. Having not played a wild card myself, I'm not totally sure, but yes, that would be my interpretation of the rules. Unlimited transfers. That would be what I think. What are we looking at? I am going to have to make a move. It's 1 minute to 3, everybody. Listen, if you're watching this afterwards just to see what to do, or you're watching it now and you haven't subscribed, please do so. That would be great. Give the video a like on your way out. That's very much appreciated. Helps me build the channel. I'm not going to be working anymore due to my arthritis and etc, etc. So I need something to do, and if I can make this work, I can persuade the wife it's a good idea. Yeah. All right then. Cheers, everybody. Have a great match day. I shall see you soon. See you later.